What in the HE double toothpicks YouTube? What in the frickin' frackin' fiddle faddlin' son of a gum chewing sledge dumper YouTube? Sorry about that string of profanities. I just really am frustrated and disheartened by this change that YouTube is making. It really just does feel like a punch in the gut. It feels impossible now to ever reach full monetization for a small creator like myself. And I know a lot of us are feeling this way because I've seen some videos on it. It's just, especially for those of us that feel like we've gotten close and that the light in the end of the tunnel was visible, it just feels like all of a sudden the end of the tunnel became like thousands of miles away and totally unreachable. And I don't know. I know a lot of people are thinking about giving up. I still feel like it's worth it, but I definitely was wrong. Like I made a video saying that YouTube might be on easy mode, because that was after I had made my most recent video. It's not my most recent video, but it's my most recent video that actually took off and got a lot of views, traction, and a lot of comments and interaction in the community. And I ended up, spending a lot of time in the comments section, talking to people. People had really heartbreaking stories to share that actually made me cry or almost cry, or just, really feel for them. And I would spend time in the comments trying to give the best advice that I had, but I'm not an expert on, the subject was loneliness and making friends. I guess you could say I'm kind of an expert on feeling lonely because I have lacked friends from time to time for sure. And I've gone through periods of loneliness, but maybe not to the extreme that some people have, but I don't know. I just tried to help as best I could. And I'm actually still working on making friends, and I'm working on a series right now on my YouTube channel about going out in my community and basically being a joiner. And you should think about being a joiner too if you are looking to make friends in your community, whether you've been there a long time or not. I'm sure there's always new people to meet if you can go out and, find groups, basically. I think that is the way. You've got to go out, find groups, and find people with similar interests. So yeah, hit like and subscribe, and you can stay updated on my friendship making series so I can keep you posted on how it goes for me, because that might be like a test run for you to see, if I can do it, maybe you can do it as well. And if you're on YouTube, just let me know if you're going to stay on, if you're going to keep making videos. I think for some of us, like if we want to tie it to a business or an endeavor, like a product or a service that we want to get the word out, get more exposure, then we might be able to still do that with YouTube, whether or not we reach the AdSense monetization. So it's still, I think, worth it. Also, it's worth it to learn the skills that YouTube imparts. Like if you're doing YouTube, you can learn video editing, you can learn how to make audio, you can learn how to make, video that looks decent enough for YouTube, which is pretty good standard, I think. It's not movie quality, but it's something worth learning. And you can learn how to be a better communicator, how to sound more natural on camera. I know I've come like a million miles with that, just being able to sound like a real person, like I'm talking to a friend on here, like I'm just pretty much able to sound normal. I don't know, because it's totally weird to talk to like a plastic rectangle full of computer chips. Like that is super not normal, and it's not something that humanity has evolved to do. It's pretty new. But yeah, you just start to feel like you're talking to people or I don't know, it just, after you've done it for a while, it does become more natural, and you sort of learn how to piece your words together and form sentences that are sort of simple and coherent and communicate. Because me, the way my brain is, I tend to go off on a lot of tangents. I tend to sort of like forks in the road, forks in the road, forks in the road when I'm talking, and then it's hard to get back to the original path. And so I've learned to kind of stay on my original pattern of thought while I'm making these videos. Things like that, and just kind of learning how to project and also like how to script and talk for a full 10 minutes, whatever, a full video length without really needing to edit or make cuts is something cool that you can possibly pick up if you're making YouTube videos. And maybe if you're interested in doing like public speaking or something, that could be an option. Or having a podcast. Like this video that I'm making now will go on my YouTube channel, but it also will go on my podcast list where I talk about YouTube and my experience of being a YouTuber in my 50s. Because I think YouTube definitely, well, regardless of whether you'll ever get monetized, who the heck knows, but you have room. YouTube has room for people over 40, over 45, 50, over 60 and beyond. I mean, there's plenty of successful YouTubers on here in that age category. So that's kind of encouraging and cool. And I mean, of course, YouTube has plenty of wonderful things about it. And there's plenty of reasons to get on here, and I think it's worth it. So I'm going to keep trying. We have, I think, 4.5 or 5 months until the required hours actually double. And so I've been doing lives on my channel. I'm going to do another live tonight because I think it's fun. I just hang out, paint, and have a convo. I'm trying to dial in the settings on the lives to make it like the audio sound better and just make the quality a bit better so that everyone watching can have a better experience. And hopefully I'll get some comments too, because last time I didn't get any comments, but I think I might have had them turned off. So yeah, as with anything new that you're trying, you've got to work a bit to learn the technical aspect and to dial in the settings. But I think doing lives is a way to get one's watch hours up, doing frequent lives. So yeah, tune into my lives. I'm doing them around 7 or 7:30 Pacific time on weeknights. And I'm just going to hang out, make a painting, and chat. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you're doing okay after hearing about these YouTube updates. And see, it's okay if you stumble over your words a little bit too. Like, you can still just leave that in because it makes you more human and more authentic. Well, take care of yourself. This whole channel started around self-care, and that's still an important topic to me. And I hope you're all doing well, with your mental health. And just don't lose hope. Just keep the faith. And I wish you all the best. All right, take it easy. What in the frickin' frackin' fiddle faddlin'? Son of a sludge gum chewing.